Good afternoon, lovely people. Welcome back from the bike shed in The Hague. We are here with the Voicevelo G-major, their gravel frame. It's one of the most beautiful frame sets I have ever seen, together with their latest gravel wheels made with Kevlar spokes. Just have a look at this beautiful, dark, deep blue color. Together with these golden touches and this very sharp transition from the shiny to the matte. This paint job is really classical and modern at the same time. A couple of golden touches up front, an almost completely free down tube with a Voice logo on the inside. If you think that Chinese brands cannot design frames, well, think again. So I got the frame in the BBB stand really lightly, as you can see. So I can tell you a little bit more. Voice is a brand that makes high quality stuff. They are not the cheapest. It's priced at $2,099, which is definitely not cheap for a frame set out of China. So their Echo, the road frame that I used earlier this year, it rides amazing and it's also just a show of really high quality. I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. And it seems to be the same case with this bike. Obviously, I haven't ridden it yet, but just looking at it, it all looks perfect. The inside of the carbon looks really well taken care of. So, a little bit of information. It has room for 47mm tires front and back, which in my opinion is enough, but these days people would like to see 55mm clearance, which most newest, latest gravel bikes come out with. It has a T47 bottom bracket, obviously is UDH ready, and it weighs a whopping 790 grams according to their site. This one weighs a little bit more. I will put it in a scale for you in a bit. But yeah, definitely a light frame. It has an abundance of attachment points for bags, extra bottle cages. So not only you can race on this bike, but it's definitely ready for your next bike pack trip as well. Voicevelo also makes their own bike bags, so definitely have a look. This is all interchangeable and you can obviously use different brands for the bags as well. So underneath these plastic little caps is the screw thread, so you can attach your bags. This is a size large, it's a 54, their XL is a 57, which is their largest size as well. So unfortunately, they don't make this frame for really tall people, just like the Echo. So yeah, the frame isn't cheap, but you do get like a really high-end experience with it. This is the box that comes with it. By the way, it was packaged really well. It took me like half an hour to unpack everything. That's why I also didn't film everything. You get a little book with some stories, why it's called the G major, and some extra info about the whole process of designing this frame and all the colorways. Yeah, it just feels extremely beautiful. Everything comes together well. Comes with a bottom bracket, bike computer mount, and a whole box with all the bike accessories, the bearings, through axles. So over to the cockpit of the frame. The stem and handlebars, they don't come with it, so you gotta buy it separately. It is designed to go with the G major. As you can see, the integrated routing on the handlebars. It comes with these padded cushions on the handlebars for extra comfort. There's a little bit cutout space for them. The drops are really shallow, just 96mm. Also the reach is short with only 68. And obviously, like most gravel bars, they flare out. These flare at 23mm on both sides, so that's quite a bit. Off to the seat post, it's got this vibration dampening system, just like in the Echo. The Voicevelo logo, titanium bolts, 27.2mm. So what else? I got my hands on another set of these beautiful titanium cranksets that are made by Voice as well. Not only are they light, they are super stiff and they are stunning. SRAM 3-bolt system, full titanium, so also the spindle is titanium. These are a 170 mil, hand welded by an artist. Alright. It's time for the star of the show. The Voicevelo wheelset with Kevlar spokes. These things are insane. They are extremely light, also extremely wide, and insanely beautiful. So Bruce, the owner of this company, he is an ex-mountain biker, and he figured if these rope spokes are used in mountain biking, then it should also make sense for gravel. Not only that, also the inner and outer width is pretty special. It's a 30 millimeter inner width and 44 outer width, which makes your tire go super straight on these wheels, which is good for aerodynamics. But with the inner width of 30 mil, your tires will also not balloon and stick out. The spokes are really high tensioned, as you can hear. It's almost like playing a music instrument. I think they're quite stiff looking at the tension of these spokes and the sheer amount of carbon that is used. They come with pre-installed tubeless tape and with some valves as well. These wheels are everything but identical. Inner width is both the same with 30, but the front wheel has an outer width of 44 and the rear wheel has an outer width of 37. The front wheel is a bit deeper with 54 mil and the back has 50 mil. So the spokes are not touching where they are crossing each other. I believe that's important with the rope spokes, otherwise they can wear down. Let's give you a little run-in of the free hop sound. While we're at it, let me give you a little rundown of the hub as well. This is a XD body, obviously. Comes up with a spring, and up here we have the ratchet in two parts, and another spring and the other ratchets. So yeah, as most thing with Voicevelo, quality above price. And that's also the case with these ones. Titanium nipples, Kevlar spokes, they are not cheap. Custom molds had to be made for these rims. And there's a lot of man labor that's going into these. Obviously they're hand spoked, but also those spokes need some time to settle down and then be rechecked if they need any adjustment or have another go at all the spokes to get a bit more tension on them. So yeah, that makes the price go up a little bit. These wheels cost 2150 euro, including shipment. For now, the easiest way to get them is just send Voicevelo a direct message on Instagram, and he will get you sorted. So for the rest of this build, I got myself a shiny golden chain because I thought it would look good. A SRAM XPLR shifters and derailleur. I got myself these super cool and powerful Hope calipers. And to top it all off, Hutchinson Caracal Race 45 mm tires. They will pop out to 47, which is exactly the maximum tire clearance for this frame. Of course, I cannot forget the weigh-in of all the parts of Voice. And while doing that, I will tell you guys a little funny story. It was the year 2022, and we didn't have a great classic campaign at the end of the year in Italy. And at one training ride in between the races, the Team DS has told us to meet us somewhere, and they said, "Yeah, we got a nice surprise for you guys." So we were thinking, maybe they found a cool place for a coffee stop. So we followed the team car, arrived, we stopped, and then we were standing in front of a cafe and also in front of a pharmacy. And we had to go into the pharmacy instead of the cafe to get ourselves weighed. The team doctor forgot the scale, and because the team wasn't happy how our performance was going, they wanted to see how much we weighed. So we all had to strip inside the pharmacy and get on one of these machines where you have to pay like 50 cents to weigh yourself. It was definitely a weird experience, but luckily all of us could laugh about it later. Enough chatting for now, let's get building. So I ordered this chainring of Gemini, but it doesn't seem to fit properly. Like there's all this carbon that's letting loose out of the inner ring. Expected something else from such an expensive chainring. As you can see, it fits well. So on another 3-bolt chain ring. So that shouldn't be the problem. Alright, I got it to work in the end. It was a bit of a hassle and a bit of carbon that had to go, but it was worth it. Right, the bike is completely finished. I missed a little bit of this and that on the build video, but you gotta believe me that I did everything by myself. I'm still a beginner mechanic, but I'm pretty stoked that I could finish the whole set by myself, even the bleeding. Don't have too much experience with that. Happy days! So I've been on the bike now for only a couple rides, and unfortunately also just on tarmac, as we don't have much gravel here in The Hague and the area. So I can't tell you guys much about the comfort of these Kevlar spokes. I can tell you something about the stiffness and the ride feel. But in the end I'm gonna race this bike in the start of August in Lithuania and in Latvia, in the UCI race and also in a Gravel Earth series. So there's where the bike will be tested. But for now, I had a lot of joy just taking this bike out on the tarmac and doing a couple of endurance rides on it. All I can say so far is this thing is pretty fucking fast. I've been doing like quite easy endurance rides and I'm coming home with 32.5 average, which is really the same as I would get on my road bike. I guess that the front wheel is that wide that the tire isn't like a balloon on it, but it's close to flat, which helps the aerodynamics a lot. And the frontal area of the bike is where the wind hits first and is the most important. So it's a real big plus that these outside of the rims are 44 mil. Also the bottom bracket stiffness is really good. And the wheels are, I mean, when I'm standing on the pedals and I'm giving a bit of gas, they are everything but slow. I've been enjoying riding this bike, but there will be a bit more in-depth video coming later in August when I've done the races on this bike about how the bike really feels on gravel and when the bike is performed when it's under race conditions. Hopefully I'll be able to catch a result as well. That will be super cool. Voicevelo will make these frame backs. You got all these attachment points on the bottom. Up here you can enter the screws. There's just a little thread inside. And these plastic thingies, they come out, but so far I haven't had any issues of them falling out, neither on the bottom side. So if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and you'll be the first to get updates about new equipment and all my other bike adventures coming up. And then for the giveaway of the Serenade wheelset, here we go. Who is the lucky winner? Let's go and find out. The number of winners is 1. 143 comments. Let's see who is the winner. Sebas C6. Yeah, congratulations.